Man, what's going on, man?
What's going on? Another great day in the neighborhood.
I don't know if you heard this, and so this is what made me. I don't know what even made me bring this up was how we've been talking about like the worst thing that happened over in this end is China it tries to come at us. But I didn't know that this was a thing. There have been a lot of Chinese migrants crossing the Mexican border illegally. The Chinese migrants. You got everybody.
Through where?
It said the Mexican borders.
Wow.
Chinese migrants.
I'm trying to think. Have I seen an influx when we go to Mexico?
No. You know when we see you in Mexico, more than anything, black people, Africans. We see Africans in on the Tijuana side. And I'm like, where do these African people come from?
Yeah, I can say that. Yeah. Well, this is interesting.
And whatever country they come from in Africa, it ain't no English.
Well, one way to learn the language is to get saturated in the culture.
No, true. But not in that culture, not in the Mexican culture. It's best you learning some picking up Spanish.
Well, they doing that, and then they gonna learn some English too.
But this will be it's a dangerous thing when you think about any kind of terror, because you think about an unaccounted for Chinese person that could be possibly an informant or someone do harm or anything like that. They would come in unaccounted for coming through the border.
And every time I think about the situation that we're in right now as a country, I get infuriated. So I don't even want to go there. I get a pain in my head because I get so angry about the administration that we have right now and how things have just gone to the left.
Yeah. Completely
have just gone downhill. And still the border is wide open. So by the time Trump gets in office, it's going to be unbelievable.
Let's get it.
Let's
go. It said 24,000 arrested at the southern border through September.
There must need to be. Oh gosh, please help me, y'all. If y'all want him to get this straight before we start recording, please. And I know I touched mine, but not like him. Help me, Jesus. Thank you.
Y'all should look at her cord hanging right now. It look like a little snake hanging off the.
You put it there.
With China's president, we turn now to a story about the big increase in Chinese migrants coming through the U.S. border down in Mexico. Border Patrol agents arrested more than 24,000 Chinese people for crossing the U.S. southern border illegally over the past year through September. That's more than 10 times higher than the previous year, and part of the overall rise in illegal border crossings that has made headlines. Elizabeth Palmer.
24,000 Chinese people trying to get in illegally. That is crazy. Like I just can't see it. I just got to the point with the Hispanic community. Like, man, everybody over there, we done now. We just back chilling. Then like down the Chinese people coming through. And you're like, what?
Shows us why the Chinese migrants are willing to risk everything for a chance to make it to America.
Wow.
A group of migrants
Everybody and their
through
mama.
the rain and mud of the Panamanian jungle toward the U.S. border. Wei Wei Wang is one of them. I'm surviving on chocolate bars, he says, and running out of drinking water. He videoed the whole grueling trek, undertaken by people from all over the world, including recently a record number from China.
Unbelievable.
Since January, border officials have processed more than 10 times as many Chinese migrants as last year.
Unbelievable.
A surge of people with their hopes crushed by China's weak economy, repression, and corruption.
So my question is, what do they do with them right there? Because it don't look like they gonna pack them up in the back. Look like they recording them.
The government wanted my family's land, Chen Yishao explains. And he's got video of what he says are thugs sent to beat them up.
Oh.
At the border, American volunteers help out the new arrivals.
It looks like
Samuel Schultz.
We're used to seeing border crossers here, Central Americans, Mexicans, trying to avoid the border patrol. And here we have this giant mass of Asians coming in saying, please arrest me. Where's the guy who's going to arrest me?
The route is an open secret. First from China to Quito in Ecuador, which Chinese can enter without a visa. And then onward with detailed online advice. In this video, for example,
listen, you done came all the way from China and went all the way to Ecuador, where you don't need a passport, and then y'all just tail it up to into Mexico. That is wow.
I mean, they truly want freedom.
That's wow.
Wow.
Is that following the drinking
that's
gorge?
Sad. I mean, it's sad that they have to go through all of that, to get here. And now, I'm just going to, leave it at that. It's sad.
Example, a guide shows Quito Airport on Google Maps. If you land at night, he says, don't go outside. Next morning, catch the bus to Tolcan and carry on north. The online cartoons make it look easy. It's
Right.
not.
Wow.
It's very, very dangerous.
Immigration lawyer Xiaoshang Wang represents Chinese migrants in the U.S.
They could be killed, they could be raped, they could be robbed. It's just really, really
Killed by who?
risky. I keep warning people, don't come
Look
this
at
way.
that.
The
That is
poor
why-
rural town of Chengla in China's southeast is
That's why doing it legally is the best way. That's
But-
why I feel
but
like
the-
it's so sad.
Yeah, but they don't see an opportunity or any way possible but to do it illegally to get over in this country.
I see. Yeah. We know they're under an iron rule.
But what's so tough is everybody come here, but let me try to escape into China.
There'd be absolutely no way. That's the problem that I have.
Please,
That is the
yeah.
absolute problem that I have.
You ain't doing no jumping in. You ain't doing no. We ain't doing from here. We ain't doing no escape into Mexico. You're not doing no escape into China. Not from coming out of the American side. Ain't no escape. You gotta have all kind of weird routes to other countries. Man, come on, bro. Wow, that's crazy though.
famous for the number of migrants who've left from here for America. But for most, the price, more than $5,000, is just too high. One local woman who scrapes by selling secondhand textiles told us, "My brother and his family left years ago. Of course I want to go too, but wishing won't do it. I need cash." On the U.S. border, more and more have found the cash to gamble on a new life, even though Attorney Wang says about 30% will be deported.
Wow.
70% of the people would be allowed to settle down in
70%.
the U.S. In the meantime, the U.S. economy is growing very fast, and a lot of employers need low-pay employees. So that's a kind of a win-win situation.
And the biggest win of all is to have left China far behind. Hallelujah! For CBS Mornings, I'm Elizabeth
I
Palmer.
feel
in
you.
Wow.
It's sad.
I personally did not know. I'm sorry. This might be my ignorance, everybody. Forgive me, but I did not know Chinese want to escape into America. I never knew that they wanted to be over here like that. Not on that level.
Well, I mean, just think about all of the legal people who came over here legally.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we have a lot of Asian. It's a big population in our culture.
It is.
And I mean, I truly understand. Once again, I'm definitely not for any culture not being in our country. I just want you to do it legally.
Right.
That's it. And I know there's so many,
But they don't see the
Ifs,
option.
ands, and
No,
buts.
she said it though. She said it's the cash. She said I guess they need about $5,000 to be able to move on that. I don't know if that's to get in or $5,000 just to get close or what. But she said about $5,000 cash. Is that is $5,000 cash just to get close enough so you don't get deported and you can sneak in? Like how much does $5,000 get you? Does that get you all the way in? Like.
and then just securing us as a culture. We still don't know the people that's coming over, their state of mind. Health wise, we still are at risk regardless of who the person is coming in or where they're coming from illegally. It's still, we're at risk.
You just get some. Wouldn't that be or something? They sing a person seems sane and they come over and they just start screaming and smashing 2 eggs on the head. Ah!
Babe,
I'm
you're
sorry.
not a comedian.
I'm-
It is
Oh, I'm
shocking
not.
how far they've come. And, Mark Esper was here yesterday, the former Secretary of Defense, talking about how China's weak economy, high youth unemployment, that's what's driving a lot of these people here.
It's a huge number, 24,000. Those are the ones that turned themselves in or were captured, and you wonder how many were not. And that's only one part of the border situation. You've got Congress working on the Santos question, and you wonder, could they pay some attention to what's going on down there? We need a lot more of everything, right? There's more enforcement, there's more judges needed, there's more legal pathways needed. All of it. It's a mess, and while our mind is elsewhere.
You're right about that, Tommy.
People are coming from farther and farther.
That's unbelievable. I never thought. What am I doing? I never thought the Chinese community wanted to deeply escape into America.
Well, I mean, it makes sense.
But how many of those people in that line aren't for
and that's the question,
in support of America?
Exactly, that's the problem. There's no
checks and balances.
Right. Well, there's, how are these people being scrutinized, questioned, all of that with intentions. You don't know that. I mean, you don't really know that if they're doing it legally. It's still a longer process. I'm sure they have to go through, and it takes longer.
Yeah.
So they may with that, maybe the research is a little longer and more extensive. So that might be why it takes longer. I don't know.
Okay.
But I'm just not happy that our borders are open and we are at risk, especially with what's going on.
But at least
Israel.
people are being caught and grabbed. It's not like the whole 24,000 made it in just out here chilling. He said they caught 70% of those people. So 30% are the ones that made it through, but 70% got caught.
No, babe, it's opposite. He said 70% of those will stay and 30% are going to be returned.
Really?
Yes. He said, but the good thing about that was that the people, people are looking to hire employers who are willing to make a lower wage. So that's the benefit.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I mean,
I did not know this.
I did not know this.
Slam ranking.
Who next? It's going to be the Scandinavians.
I mean, when you have the borders that are open across the globe, across the U.S., then it's free for all. It's free for all. It's free for all. I just not even gonna think about it. I can't. It just really frustrates me to no end.
just everybody like, man, we can all get through that, man. Hey, come on. And a coyote could walk through over there. He just walk across. I don't know, boy. That junk crazy. But that's a big one. I don't think you knew the Chinese people were trying to get in.
No, I didn't. So not at all.
And that must be China in one of those really not like your main city. That must be in like some remote, can't make a lot, don't make get a lot of wages area.
Well, it depends on what you do there. But we know that it's a communist culture. A communist country, so everything is controlled by
the dictator.
Right. So wages, I don't know what jobs are over there, but yeah. I mean, it's still sad to me, though. It really is. Yeah, it's still sad just to see the conditions that they have to go through, even just to get over here. It's just mind blowing.
Yeah, it is. All right, babe, go ahead and lead them to the water.
All right, great people. We appreciate all of your support. Thank you for watching Sibo and Snapper. Come back if you like this content. Keep coming back, and we'll see you on the next video.
All right, peace.